My message is that our approach to oncology care historically has been pretty primitive if you think about just the way we categorize it, right? So we talk about cancer based on body part of origin, which to me feels like a caveman, stone tablet and chisel moment. Breast cancer, prostate cancer. The future of oncology is really going to be driven around what is its genetic sequence of the tumor, what are the metabolic pathway implications. And then in the more wild west, which is emerging, proteomics, what are the protein interactions, which leans into metabolic pathways, what's the immunobiology or immuno-oncology moment for that cancer. And then there's the microbiome. I mean, you think about the human biome, the crazy, more than 10 times the number of organisms living in you and on you than human cells. And if you look at that from a genomic perspective, it's 100x. And what we know now is there is a complex fandango between, for example, the E. coli in your gut and the human body, right? And so if genetic sequencing and metabolic pathways is the Wild West, that would be the Wild West. But oncology care is just rapidly evolving. It's very exciting. My son was diagnosed with cancer 10 years ago. Thank God he's still kicking. But that's my passion around oncology care, and I just am so energized and excited by what the future will hold.
Do you think we will cure cancer in our lifetime?
You know, that's a great question. So here's where I go with that. There's a lot of talk nationally about curing cancer, like singular. But cancer it's a legion of very individual cancers that behave very differently. And so I think it's possible we will cure a brand of cancer or a cancer that has unique metabolic pathways associated with it. But cancer, every time we learn something, there's always 27 layers below that. And I would be doubtful that we will cure all cancers in the next 20 years, but I'm telling you, this whole genetic sequencing, metabolic pathways, the understanding the immunology of cancer is so exciting. I can't stand it. And so I'm probably ill-equipped to predict what will happen in our lifetime, right? But in the next 10 years, probably not, and it's aptly called a moonshot, right? It's going to take a lot of smart people, time, energy, effort. But for crying out loud, I don't even know how my own iPhone works, right? And just the power of the human mind and ingenuity when people come together can accomplish amazing things.